money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. My bitch, you wanna be famous, huh? They Ella, they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When the not save us, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, you never switch, I never switch, I never switch.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Second and 2. Being chased out. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. But here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
And the pressure gets to him again. Bilal Nichols. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Fresno. Hey, alert 3. Whip. Watch the whip.
Darnold now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Get in the weight room. Check safety, check safety. Check 52. Check 26, check 26. Shift, shift. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. They convert on third with a gain of 22. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Three buzz. Check, 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 check. 80. Check.
On first down, it's Darnold. Out left to Anderson. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 27. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Got an open man, it's a noon one. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Here we go.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Sliding out of the pocket. Coleman has it here right side. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 4. Lady. Check 9, check 9. Hatch it. He's checking. Crash. Hey, touch.
Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. How about this first quarter for them?
Has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Here's Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated? In practice, and maybe that's throwing them off, or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Show them. 18 Gator. 53. Come on.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all go. 57. Mike, 57. Hey, Charlie. 5.
2nd and 10. He'll find Harry on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Terrell Basham with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch his flat. Alert, 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 alert.
On first down, they go option to the right. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
What's that? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, what's that? Check, Mike. 50. Man, 80. Man, 80. Coming this way. 61. Matchbox light. Slam. Check 43. Switch. So 80. Check your hot reach.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He's going to let it go deep for the end. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Coming to you.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. He'll look to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go. Let's do this.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Come on,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Squeeze. Check the backer, check the backer. Jim. 25, check 25, check 25. Ready.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. He lets this one fly toward the... And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. Crunch time, defense.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustmts that might be made defensively. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Ready up. 53, check 53. Pick me up. Here we go. Now. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, Alpha. 5.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Third down. And 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Check. 80 weapons. Check. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, exit. Check. Get it.
Back to throw here. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Who draw portion? Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hit it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Kill. Turn up. Yep. He's mine. 57 is the mic. Watch 57. Watch the pass. Here we go. Go. 57.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
A 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Don't get nervous.
Again, it's Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential. but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
It's just me and you. Lady. 52, right 52.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike Bar 2. Red 80. Watch QB drop. Check 31. Check. Lady. Switch.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 50, it's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
54, right there. 54. Man, 80. Here we go. Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Hey, box drop. 65. 65. Check. You go tight.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. When the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Darnold completes to Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Check 37.
On first down, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Ronald Blair. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, wahoo! Good track. Check 13. Kill. Check nickel. Red 80. 6 guys. Check it out.
To throw is Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, and the way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Go! Hey, let's go! 53, check 53. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Out right to Bourne. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Let's go. Pick it up, Keith. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Joker, Joker. Joker. Red 80.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. They'll let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by DJ Reed. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
53 is mine. Let's get X3. 218, chop, 5.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on?
Here we go.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A very solid gain of 27. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Check, lady. Cross.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Bell, and an alley to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.